Okay, so what you see here, this is our Here Auto product. So the first thing you see is when you start the car, you see on the left hand side you have these light tiles. So these are dynamic. The top first tile is regarding my commute. So this is a learning engine that learns the way that you actually drive to work, for example, places, regular places that you go to, and it will propose you different routes based on where your driving pattern. So this takes into consideration traffic information, for example, and it would propose to you, maybe you should take your second favorite route because of traffic on the way. We also have dynamic services such as fuel prices. I can sort by the cheapest, closest, or optimize, for example. And then this is actually using our Here Auto Cloud service. Here you also have some recent destinations or a quick one-touch to get back to your home. We also have the favorites and synchronization. So what you might have saw before was pre-trip planning, first of all on the iPad. So imagine you're sitting at home, comfort of your home, and you need to go to a restaurant, for example, later on in the evening. You can do all the pre-trip planning your route already on the iPad before you get into the car. So because for the purpose of this demo, it's a manual sync, but typically you start the car, it will automatically sync, and it will bring down from the cloud all your favorites that you've recently added in. If I click onto restaurant, so this is the restaurant that I actually saved previously on my iPad. So the first thing you see is the street level imagery. So this is to help give the actual consumer an idea what the area looks like. I can hit P and looks for parking nearby. I can even click on here and it will give me which places details as well. So as you can see, we partner with many different providers such as Lonely Planets as well. So if I hit set destination, it will give me a couple of routes depending on where you are and the distance. This is also based on traffic information as well. So here it's proposed two routes. Timing wise is very similar, but one's slightly shorter. There could be also an eco route. So if it's a longer distance and there's a lot of hills and so on, it will take into consideration basic height and slope data and then propose you a more eco route. I can also add waypoints. So for example, before I go to the restaurant, maybe, I don't know, I need to go and fill up. So I want to go to that place first of all and add that to a waypoint. I could even make it a round trip, so basically calculate all the way coming back as well. I can move things around as well. Maybe I want to go to a restaurant and fill up later. Because the car is connected and also connected to the system, if you run out of fuel, it will automatically prompt you anyway to say that you're low on fuel. So if I hit done and start navigation, so here we have turn-by-turn navigation. You can see that there's a very rich content here. We've got 3D buildings, traffic flow information. If you zoom in, we also have what's called extruded buildings as well, so really enriches the experience overall. I can switch between different views as well, from 2D, 3D and satellite view as well. The good thing about the system is that actually the map is always sort of living and live. So depending on where you're actually, the speed that you're driving, so if you're going a little bit faster, it zooms out to give you a broader overview. But as you slow down, it gives you more of the visualization, as I said, regarding the images there. I can also tap onto the map and actually get some more information. And what will happen now is on the left-hand side, it will pull down also the street level imagery as well to give you an idea of what the place looks like. So it's driving along now, so I can probably just show you a few other features as well. Profiles. So we also have the ability to manage multiple profiles. So as you know today, a car in a household is typically shared by a number of different people, such as your partner or your child and so on. So we have the ability to also switch between profiles. Typically this will be, as it's integrated into the car, typically it'll be through like a key fob or maybe a mobile device. So if you get in the car, all your settings adjust and it will select your particular profile. So for example, if I'm driving the car, I want to drive in 3D view with English voice guidance and my favorites. If my wife gets in, she will have German voice guidance, and she likes to drive in 2D. So it's very personal to that individual for the driver there. We also have different things like enabling different mobile connectivity. We can obviously switch off the mobile data, or if you don't want to roam, you've got all the different settings on there as well. Because the system is hybrid, it has the ability to also work both online and offline, so both connected and non-connected. And our concept is it gives you that ability. What you just saw here is what we call the approach mode. So because we're approaching 300 meters away from the final destination, like in most cities, you don't really know where you know what the place looks like because you saw it previously, but where do you park? So one touch, it looks for parking nearby, and if I want to go to here, I tap onto that, it automatically routes me to the final destination. And here, this is where the last mile and companion application is very important, because you've now parked at, just turn it off, because you parked at your final destination, but you still haven't got, you've parked at your car park, but you still don't know where to go. So this is where you pick up the mobile device and you use things like maps, for example, to actually navigate to your final destination. So if I just start with maps, so you start on maps. So in the background, it's automatically synchronizing the favorites. So previously I saw the restaurant from my iPad at home. It also appears here. So if I tap onto that and hit get directions, it will give me walk guidance directly to the restaurant as well. So now what I would just quickly demonstrate is if I shut down the car, do you want to synchronize your position to go? So if I hit yes, that automatically syncs the last position to the cloud, and it makes it available in here. So you can see my car is available right here. So if I tap onto that, it will then, and hit get directions, it will automatically guide me, walk guidance to that final destination. Of course, I can use, I can also use LifeSight as well, which is our augmented reality product. So I just need to calibrate this. But what this actually enables you to do is actually utilize the camera and overlays the. So if I turn this way, so you see a number of POIs on there. So I'm actually able to select, for example, my car, and then hit get directions, and it'll give me walking directions back to my car.